Getting topical. Hold up, wait a minute. With the Sex Man.
Good morning, sexy.
Good morning. You stepped on the hook.
Whatever. I couldn't wait for it. It sounds exhausting to sing like that, doesn't it? I love Public Enemy, but just imagine being the guy. It's exhausting.
Imagine them taking over your Halloween show.
Fucking E-Rock. Wow, he's awake now, huh, Sam? All three of us in the bathroom. Like, hey, that was a pretty good hour we just had. Well, and E-Rock just goes, yeah.
E-Rock still doesn't
You don't know how to socialize in the bathroom, do you?
I don't want to socialize in the bathroom.
It's us, though. We all accept that we got to take leaks at the same time, so we're like, what the hell? Usually you don't talk when you're in the men's room, but that's the only time we get to talk off air, so we talk a little.
Yeah.
But you're still old school. Yeah.
Or just get the good vibes going. Like, yeah, you did a good job. You're going to come back strong. You're like, that was a good hour, huh? And E-Rock was like, yeah.
I go, what's up with you? You still asleep? Yeah. I go, why? He goes, oh, a lot going on. There's always a lot going on with E-Rock.
What's going on, E-Rock? I had a lot to do with my house this week.
But it's always vague.
There's 2 nights of staying up late for watching wrestling, so I think that probably...
It was a wrestling night?
Well, last night and Sunday night was Elimination Chamber, which was very exciting.
What the hell is that?
Stop with that shit.
Elimination Chamber?
You're making everyone mad. What the fuck is that?
It's the last stop on the road to WrestleMania.
Is it now?
When's WrestleMania?
At the end of March.
See, I could accept WrestleMania, but
40 days away.
What,
Did you watch Elimination Chamber? Yes, I did.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
It was.
Stinks. Who was in it? Everybody.
Punk is still the champion. He won.
CM Punk?
I like
That's right.
I'm Team CM Punk because people are asking me between him and Breezy. Fuck that Team Breezy shit.
Exactly.
Team Breezy?
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Chris Brown and CM Punk have a little thing going on Twitter.
That's right.
And I'm Team CM Punk all the way.
But they literally are naming wrestling shit now after Twilight.
What?
That was the whole thing with Twilight. Team Robert or Team...
No, that's
whatever.
rap.
That's
Team
Chris
Breezy
Brown.
is Chris Brown.
No, but I'm saying, didn't they just take that from Twilight?
Oh,
like,
they might
how
have.
gay is that?
Oh, I don't know.
They might
It
have.
was the characters in Twilight were... Who are the main characters, Sam?
Nah,
Don't act like you don't fucking know.
It was Edward.
Yeah, Edward.
Edward Cullen, and I forget the girl's name, but I like the Twilights.
You like the Twilight
Not
series?
as much as I thought, though. I don't like the Wolf Boy. He annoys me.
Really? I have no opinion.
Team Jacob. Team Edward and Team Jacob.
The funniest part of Jim saying that was you holding your hands like this,
Yes,
and rubbing them
gingerly.
together.
Jimmy admitted that he likes the Twilight movies. I've never seen them.
I
have no opinion on
I want
them.
to see the Harry Potters, and I want to see Lord of the Rings. I think they're good.
I'm all in with the
Great.
Harry Potters.
The Harry Potters, except for the first one, are awesome.
Even the first one as a kid movie was pretty cool to
Yeah,
watch.
it's-
What the hell, man?
It's not
I'm not going to
terrible.
watch every kid movie, but I enjoyed it.
It's not terrible. It's
And then
not
they went
great.
dark with the whole fucking Harry Potter movies.
The last one was awesome.
Yeah, but why would you ever send your kid there? There's a very good chance your kid's going to die if you're hanging out anywhere near Harry Potter. It's stupid.
Opie,
I would pick another school.
People didn't know that the Dark Lord was going to return from the dead. I mean, you know.
kind of knew like 3 movies ago that there were some shenanigans going on at this school. Maybe you should enroll your kid in this place.
That's a good point.
Why the fuck would you enroll your kid in a place where half the students die and then everyone celebrates by the end of the movie?
Wow, did you just ruin Harry Potter? I think you might have just
I didn't see it,
logically
don't
ruined it.
Why did I ruin it?
Because
the series
you
is
just put it
over
out-
and everyone saw the movies.
No, I don't mean ruin it like... I don't mean gave it away, ruined it. I mean, you just made such a logical point that I think I might never be able to enjoy the films ever
Well,
again.
unfortunately, being a parent, you look at things differently, and I say unfortunately because I kind of liked how I looked at stuff. But now when you have a little guy running around, you're like, who the fuck would send their kid to this crazy school where people are dying left and right?
Well, when all that shit was going down, they did close the school. That was a couple movies ago.
Yeah, Voldemort was their Columbine. Like they shut down the school for a little while.
Where were we? Oh, Public Enemy? No, I want to know why E-Rock has a lot going on. It was just wrestling shows?
Elimination Chamber plus Raw, and this is the first Raw that's like really ramping up to WrestleMania.
Right. And could you explain the CM Punk Chris Brown thing? Because I don't even know. I just know I had to pick a side, and I went with CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk tweeted randomly that he wanted to fight Chris Brown and made a comment about curb stomping him.
Oh, really?
And then Chris Brown responded saying that CM Punk was on so many steroids that he couldn't please a woman. and that he would have his assistant send his biggest fan, CM Punk, an autographed package. That's the big Twitter beef.
And did
That's the big beef.
CM Punk write back about being on steroids and beating a woman or anything like that? I would hope that would be the response.
Yeah.
He didn't respond.
But at this point, if we're going to talk about this whole thing,
Why not?
Rihanna deserves everything she gets.
You think so?
Yeah, Chris Brown wished her a happy birthday yesterday, and she tweeted thanks.
Yeah, I saw
Got
that.
the whole Twitterverse in an uproar.
What the fuck's she gonna do?
And now they're both on each other's remixed single.
She's probably scared. You
Nah,
know,
man.
thank you.
Nah, man. They're
So
gonna
fucking.
I mean,
They're going to get back.
from a marketing standpoint, it's brilliant because they're both on each other's song right now. So that gets everyone going, what? I got to download that.
Well, it's classic. It's classic fucking, you know, social justice. If she doesn't give a fuck, why should we give a fuck? You know what I mean? Why is there still any sort of outcry with it if she
That's
doesn't
true.
care?
Yeah, good point.
That is true.
You know? So fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, guys? I just rolled in today to make a few points.
Absolutely. Home run.
Joe fucking DeRosa in the house, playing the Laugh House in Philly. Oh, I said house twice there. That's never good.
It's all
This
right.
Friday and Saturday at the Laugh House, Joe DeRosa.
Yeah.
Why the Public Enemy there, E-Rock? I used to like Public Enemy a lot.
Well, Malcolm X was assassinated 47 years ago, and most of their stuff features a lot of Malcolm X teachings and images in his videos.
So we're celebrating?
Just remembering. That's
Oh,
all.
I'm remembering. Okay. Well, I didn't know why. Of course we're
47
not
years ago today?
Of course we're not celebrating. That would get you fired if you said that on a radio show. That's horrible.
Not really, no. If you celebrated King getting shot, but Malcolm X is still scary to most white people, so they wouldn't mind you saying, well, he was a rabble-rouser. Even though I prefer him of the two. If anybody wants my opinion,
Yeah.
I prefer him to Martin Luther King, yeah.
Malcolm X had the better movie, without question.
By far the better movie.
Without question.
And by far the better quotes. Like, yeah, Free at Last is kind of nice, but by any means necessary is probably more realistic.
Yeah.
That's what I would say if I was tough. But I'm not.
We got the Rihanna, Chris Brown thing. So Chris Brown verse from Rihanna's birthday remix. This has got everyone talking. Of course, not our audience because we don't give a fuck about this, but somehow we got on this topic, so we might as well play this.
And it's not even my birthday. And he's trying to put his name on it. Girl, I wanna fuck you right now. Been a long time, I've been missing your body.
He can sing. God damn it. He can't say he's not a good singer. He is terrific.
He is terrific.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, marketing-wise, he got us playing. It's smart as all hell, but
It's a good song, too. So that's not bad.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
It didn't bug you with the cake?
That's a style.
No, it's all right.
Did he say Did he say I want to lick your ass and mouth?
No, you're icing off.
Oh.
Cake.
I'm so dirty. I think he said I want to lick your ass and mouth.
Well, he's certainly
I know, at first I thought he said asshole, but then I was like, oh, he's saying icing.
Icing.
he's certainly talking about pussy there.
No.
No, he's talking about cake.
No, he's talking about
No.
I think he's talking about
Yes,
pussy. No,
He's thinking about cake.
I think it's pussy and maybe a little asshole.
I don't know why you got to take everything
I
to a
think that's what's
lowbrow
going
place.
on there. I think. What's
You know?
going on? Sam knows this one. What's going on with Chris Brown and the gay sex thing?
I don't know anything about the gay sex. I mean, there's been rumors
Supposedly, someone screen capped a conversation. Screen capped his DMs to another guy,
about... Oh, I mean...
and no one's really brave enough to go with it. I saw it floating around over the weekend. I don't know how true it is. Did you see it, Sam?
No, but it's right here.
What's it say?
Oh, who's got it? Superficial?
Yeah.
Superficial has it. Chris Brown allegedly had gay sex. Wait, what was the headline? I'm reading it. Gay sex with Martin?
Martin World.
Leaked DMs allege.
Oh, DMs on Twitter? Mm-hmm. Oh,
Someone decided to screen cap this shit because they think Martin had his Twitter open or something.
Martin World said, am so above all this, bro. Get real. Delete my number from your contacts. I ain't gay, bro, and bi. Am proud like Fergie, Nikki, and Jessie J. You the one hiding. What I do and with whom is my business. And Chris Brown writes, and nigga, I heard about you hooking up. And nigga, I heard about you hooking with Trey too. You can stay fucking dat homie. I stay selling out shows.
That's But that's not gay sex. That's him calling a guy gay.
This is just the beginning of it there.
Oh, I didn't know there was another
DeRosa.
page. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gay gun over here.
No, this is just their conversation. They screen capped the whole thing. And then Chris Brown, I don't...
Wait, what was the last one about Fox? I forget. What's the one? I don't want to...
Out of turn there. All right, and then Chris Brown's next one was...
Fuck you, Fox News, Good Morning America, and...
That's the end of it.
Whatever.
And then, this is what Chris Brown DM'd.
If this is really his, it says...
Yeah, we don't know.
Because it doesn't say verified next to it. Should it say verified or no?
I would
I don't
think
know.
maybe it doesn't say it on the DMs. It looks like it's
What?
might be starting from the bottom up by the time codes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I was reading it backwards. I talk to you the way I want to my nigga. I sell out shows. You still a nobody except for writing songs for major celebs, that's all. Just because we messed around a few times don't mean you should respect a nigga. And the shit, hence, F-A-M-E, fag. Yeah, I enjoy when you fuck the shit out of me, nigga, but that's only in the moment. Only a stupid nigga would reject an opportunity like that. Do you see...
Or DM about it.
Right.
Do you see Chris Brown...
That was a Chris Brown DM, supposedly. We don't know.
Do you see him writing that? Like,
that'd be crazy.
man, if somebody hacks your Twitter, come on, he couldn't be that dumb.
Well, you know, dude, my whole thing with this is Chris Brown's a guy that beat the living shit out of a woman and showed virtually no remorse for it, right? And in this culture where people will just put sex tapes out to do anything for publicity, why would a guy be above a publicity stunt like this? We'll just put it up, say that I did a gay tweet sex thing, and then we'll say that it was fraudulent, my account got hacked. It's good for attention for a while. Do you know what I mean?
But in that world, gay shit.
You would lose some credibility.
Yeah, I think in that world, because he doesn't need that right now. I mean, it might be with another celebrity girl, but I don't think any guy would allow them, like, say, yeah, you fucked the shit out of me, nigga. It was great. I don't see anybody doing that for publicity. I think that's a stretch, Joe.
Jesus, Joe.
Yeah, Chris Brown is just getting his reputation back. What do I do? How about this? I'll get fucked in the ass by this guy who writes songs. That's great.
Yeah, you might be a little off of that one, Joe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But
you might want to reel it in a bit.
Unless he was drunk. I mean, maybe he was drunk. Was he drunk when he hit Rihanna? They said they had been drinking.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It was before the Grammys.
But let's just say, for the sake of argument, perhaps this is a big if. But what if he was drunk and wasn't thinking and wrote this? That I could believe.
Well,
what if he was? Maybe.
Well, it's not taking off, so people are not brave enough to go with this one.
I'm also still not sold that it's tweet sex. There's a way to interpret this where if Chris Brown called, what's his name, Martin World?
Yeah.
A fag, right, or gay, this dude would have came back and went like, oh, I liked it when you fucked me. Only a dumb motherfucker would not take that opportunity. You know what I mean? He would say shit to fuel on Chris Brown. Keep calling me a faggot. You fucked me. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing here about, like, I want to fuck you in the ass. I want to come. All Chris Brown stuff is like, you're nobody. I sell out fucking shows. You're a piece of shit. Da-da-da-da-da. See, I heard you about you to sue Amazon for $2 million. Your lawyer.
So what are you saying? They didn't really have gay sex, Joe?
I'm saying there's nothing here.
I'm confused now.
I'm saying there's evidence here that Chris Brown is calling this guy gay and accusing this guy of being gay.
And the guy said he's bi, and he's proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. But everything this guy says in response, to me, could be interpreted as a guy being insulted and trying to insult him back in the best way he can. Chris Brown never says anything about fucking this guy.
He says about being fucked by him, though.
The guy says it, though.
No, Chris Brown said it.
No, where?
Chris Brown right there said, yeah, I enjoy when you fuck the shit out of me, nigga, but that's only in the moment. Only a stupid nigga would reject an opportunity.
I thought that was the other guy.
See, Chris Brown saw an opportunity to get fucked in the ass, and he went for it.
Okay.
That's what that is saying.
Off on this whole thing. I'm trying to... All right, never mind.
Yeah, I don't see any rap, like, mix-up vernacular where you fuck the shit out of me, nigga, can mean something else.
Right.
I thought the other guy said it.
All right. Well.
Sorry. I didn't see it.
But I don't believe when the guy is going, yeah, and you delete this shit.
Well, I just want to move on from whatever relationship he had with the guy. I don't know. They had a little beef. Maybe some gay sex. I don't know. I have no idea.
Let me just ask the question one more time, honestly. And I know I got shot down the first time. Do you really these guys aren't street level fucking hip hop scene? They are in the Britney Spears machine right now. Do you really think it's beyond them to be talked into doing a publicity stunt like this?
Yes.
Really?
Because Chris Brown is a sex symbol. He's a sex symbol for women. I don't think they wouldn't do anything to fuck with the fact that he's now at the Grammys, he's back, his reputation's okay. The last thing he's going to do is allow them to Twitter, you fucked me real good, nigga, because that will follow you for the rest of your life if it's true.
But getting on Rihanna's song, you know, that goes more to your point to get a publicity thing going.
Because if your account got hacked...
Maybe they hate each other, but their people got together and said, look, fucking, you know, throw a little something down. We're going to add it to her song. It's going to be good for you and good for her. I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, it's obvious why he would do that. I'm a little surprised why she would do that. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I guess maybe it's some Christian, I'll forgive you shit or whatever.
That's money. I mean, they're both so big.
Speaking of the gay, you got a jazz. I didn't hear this yet, but the guys are saying it's hilarious. There's a jazz FM radio station in the UK, and they aired 4 minutes of gay porn audio over a jazz song. I've been in radio a long time. I know how this happened. You got a board op, right? You got to assume some kind of board op.
Show, yeah.
It was a pre-taped show, so you got a board op. His whole job is just to sit there and wait to hit commercials, right? So of course you're gonna make some phone calls. You might tweet. You might see what's on the internet. And this guy, I would assume, decided he was gonna watch some porn, some gay porn,
some of that gay porn,
and he so happened to have some kind of pot that was potted up. And had no idea because he probably turned down the audio or something.
Yeah, he probably thought it was in like
Q
program or Q or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, and thought he could just hear it in the studio because he was listening to his gay porn and not.
And he's got to listen to the song to make sure he knows when the song's either over or the program's over. So he kind of had to have both on, but he assumed that the gay porn part was not being broadcasted. If that makes sense to everybody.
Right.
All right, but no, it was broadcasted, and we got it. So listen to this. Maybe not listen to this. Let's see here. Come on.
Perfect kind of jazz.
You already know this is going to be good.
Wow.
How do they know that's gay porn, though? I mean, it sounds like because they don't hear any women, but
Is there a story behind this?
No, just that the station's head of programming issued a statement. Unfortunately, we had an unauthorized access to the live feed this evening, which resulted in a highly regrettable incident.
Highly regrettable.
Please accept our profound and sincere apologies for any offense that may have been caused.
In London's swanky Kings Road.
So now they're in commercial because it continues.
Oh, there's more. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
The fucking song ended, and then they go right to commercial, I guess.
Would you think less of me if I recognized this audio immediately? Like, oh, that's oh yes, that's Kip and Jerry go to camp.
A highly regrettable incident.
Highly regrettable.
That's funny.
Highly regrettable incident.
So the song ends.
The Pheasantry in London's swanky Kings Road, Chelsea. Plus the
That proves, by the way, the board op's not paying any attention because now there's like a slight dead air, and then he's like fading up another fader with the commercials. He's just all.
You think he's cranking?
Oh man, he's all just worked up.
fantastic music room in the Maidstone restaurant to enjoy the amazing sound atmosphere. Wonderful musicians and jazz fans' favourite. Visit jazzfm.com to win tickets to a variety of Pizza Express sports gigs around the UK. It's all with Jazz FM.
I'm Paul Strongman, MD of Wishtrack. When I set up my own business, developing educational software, I quickly realised that I wanted to take on more people, so I took on an apprentice. They made such a difference that within a couple of years I've taken on 3 more. I really value the ideas, energy and enthusiasm that brought to the company, and I can say quite definitely that I couldn't have built my business without apprentices.
To find out how apprenticeships can deliver for your business, call 815600 and visit apprenticeships.org.uk. I'm Helen Milne, the Global Ambassador for Oxfam, and I'd like to ask you to do something simple but transformational. Take the Oxfam get-together to celebrate International Women's Day on the 8th of March, and the moral arrangement of vital difference for women worldwide. What you do to raise money is up to you.
Oh, that's when he realized?
For coffee or
Jesus
cocktails or
Christ.
hospital.
That's when he realized.
And you know that he probably just turned it off and like looked at the equipment. Oh my god! Oh my god! No, the phone's not ringing. No, it didn't go out. It didn't go out. No, I'm not fired. Pretend it didn't happen. No one's taping. It's late.
Isn't this great? Yeah, it's great. So what did the guy from the station say? I want to hear from your mouth again.
He apologizes for the highly regrettable incident.
Is that the guy, Steve Quirk?
No, it was the Funky Sensation.
Mike Vitti? Yeah. Oh, what a fat creep he looks like.
Yeah,
Bob Kelly.
Wait, Mike
fucking
Vitti was
bear.
in charge of the radio station that day, or was it his show?
Both.
But what do you mean both?
Like, he's like the program director, and this happened during his shift.
Oh boy.
That's what the Daily Mail said.
Really? Is he
Yeah.
fired yet?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Well, they do things differently over there?
I guess he's in charge. It was a pre-recorded Saturday night show they're emphasizing.
Right. So he was in studio that day.
Yeah, listeners
So
to
he was-
Saturday night's Funky Sensation program
know,
were
what a-
stunned.
Stunned.
That's such a great
They
title,
kind of went
too.
together, those two songs,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Do you think somebody put it
Two
over his
songs, a song
audio?
and them, huh?
Like a hacker.
Like a hacker? No, do you think someone put
I
it
don't
over
know.
the audio?
You got something on this, Travis? That is classic.
Yeah, this is my favorite audio in a long time. From what I understand, his show is pre-recorded, so it was his show, but it's just somebody running, tape of it.
Yeah, Mike
So I
Vitti
don't-
wasn't in studio.
Oh,
that
the
day.
board op was probably watching porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was bored.
Because he already said that
Mike Vitti didn't want to take credit for the fact that he was watching gay porn while
So
his
was Mike
Funky
Vitti-
Sensation show.
His Funky Sensation show was on the air, pre-recorded, and whoever was running the radio station that night was bored out of their minds and decided, this is a perfect opportunity to watch gay porn.
Yeah,
Get
he said that
all
he
worked up.
he plans to apologize again next week.
Who? Mike Vitti?
because it was already pre-recorded.
Because it was
so.
his show.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing is that you think that they were just watching on the computer. They didn't realize that the computer.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I'm amazed at how fucking careless people are. It's like if you want to crank off the gay porn at work, just bring your laptop in.
Yeah.
Like, why would you risk?
Or your phone.
But you just assume.
Don't do it on the computer that's routed through the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See,
It's
like right now.
We talked about this a bit,
But I just hit one button. We could listen to that, but it wouldn't go over the radio. You know what I mean? He thought he had it all figured out. He probably double checked, triple checked.
You would have to, because if it's something like gay porn, you better be really sure.
He was so sure that it wasn't on the air that it continued. And he just assumed that he could hear both audio sources, but only the listeners could hear the song.
He was probably double and triple checking and didn't realize that the third time he checked, he just left the button on.
Yeah, he's done that a million times. That's all. He's done it so many times. He probably just took a look. That's all good. He didn't think
it's all good. I'm going to watch my gay porn while the fucking listeners listen to this horrible jazz song.
Screen cap. Can you grab that audio?
I know. Well, what are you going to do?
Eric's not paying attention.
Yeah. Did you hear what you just said?
Yes, you said screen cap. Can you capture that audio?
Thank you.
No, but what did I say?
I don't know. I'm
not paying attention.
What are you doing in there?
You watching gay porn in there?
What are you, E-Rock, what's going on with you today?
He's cranking. He's thinking about Sheamus winning the Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
What are you doing that you missed, Opie?
We're down Anthony all this week, so I need you to step
what are you
up.
doing?
What are you doing? You're falling asleep in there already.
Nah, I was looking up other things.
What were you looking up?
You were looking up nothing.
What were you looking up? Quickly, what were you looking up?
Looking up email.
Checking his email.
He's the greatest.
I love the honesty of Eric.
He's the greatest.
Email?
I just read some email.
He was in space in the bathroom.
Yeah. He's just searching for pictures of The Undertaker. Forgive him. The Undertaker made his comeback.
What?
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
50.
Was he able to do anything except one chokehold in the entire match?
He hasn't wrestled in a year, so that remains to be seen.
Why was he out of year?
He hasn't wrestled since last WrestleMania.
But why? Was he hurt?
No, he's just not.
He wouldn't
can't work a regular schedule.
He's got to be mid-50s, right?
He's probably
someone in the room said 50. He's got to be way over 50 at this point.
He's probably early 50s.
That's
He
it,
was
huh?
young when he started, but he shaved his head.
How's he look?
Oh, why?
He hasn't taken his hood off yet.
Oh, that's
Maybe it's not him.
It's him.
When the music started, did they all go, it's The Undertaker?
Did the lights go out?
Fans of The Undertaker.
How does he control the lights like that? It's confusing.
Terrible.
Why are you shitting on? What's the matter?
Oh, it's just terrible.
Yeah?
Yeah, here comes The Undertaker. Bury him. Really? Is he? Yeah, really?
I love.
Why hasn't he been arrested yet?
Exactly.
Killing all these people, and he's allowed to go from city to city. He's a serial killer.
He doesn't kill anyone.
I'm a big wrestling. I like wrestling a lot, and I think it's awesome. But
Still?
I
used to.
I never realized till today how every title of the event sounds like a gay porno movie.
Elimination
Chamber sounds like a gangbang movie. Did you see Raw?
SummerSlam.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, everything fucking.
Wow, that's very good. What about WrestleMania, though?
That one. Yeah, well, yeah,
A
kind
little bit, I
of.
guess. Yeah, wrestling around a little bit. Naked.
Yeah, a little bit.
E-Rock, what were you doing this weekend?
A lot of work on the house.
Like what work on the house? Strengthening the floorboards?
See how vague he is?
Because there's a lot that goes on with a house. So, I'm not
it's
going to be
vagary.
very
Well, what were you doing?
pointless detail.
Name
of it.
3 things you did this weekend for the house right now. Go.
Exactly.
Moved in furniture, removed furniture, took the banisters off the stairs to check carpeting, and moved furniture out of the basement.
That's 2 things.
That's
one.
one.
Said move furniture twice.
Right.
Picture of Sheamus in every room.
He likes his wrestling.
He
Huh?
loves Sheamus.
And why'd you have to? Do you like Sheamus?
I just met Sheamus, yes.
Who's Sheamus?
Exactly.
He's the Great White.
That's what Eric does when he says he's associated with this show. Sheamus. Now E-Rock. Now E-Rock. What did you have to check the carpet for on the steps?
Because we're getting new runners on all 3 sets of stairs.
Okay.
What
How
are
old is
runners?
it? They cover the carpet. Plastic, right?
Why are you getting runners?
It's carpet that covers the wood on the stairs.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because the cat keeps falling down the stairs.
Your cat's stupidly slipping?
Why is the cat slipping?
The wood...
Is the cat blind?
No, the wood is very well
good.
done, but the cat can't get any traction on the stairs. So when she tries to run down too fast, she just trips and then goes falling right down the
Why
stairs.
haven't you taken video of this yet?
Yeah, man.
Because I'm never there when it happens. I'll be downstairs or in another room, and then you hear when the cat.
That would
fell
be
down.
a YouTube sensation. Let's get this done.
You could put the Nintendo cartoon that says E-Rock video.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that Nintendo guitar? I don't remember that.
See it?
Coke Logic did very good work with it.
So does the cat ever hurt itself?
No, she just gets startled and then runs back up the stairs and
Even
hides
better
under the bed.
for a YouTube video. Let's do this.
Oh. He really has his own production? Oh, no. I forgot. It's so bad, though.
You've seen this 4 times.
Video stinks, too. Terrible video.
It's awesome. This is the E-Rock out of his videos.
Would you be mad if I threw
E-Rock video?
Would you be mad if I threw my open orange juice at that, that computer monitor?
No, I'm mad that you didn't.
Freshly squeezed?
Freshly squeezed.
Where the fuck we get that from?
I don't know. I ordered apple juice, but I got a freshly squeezed orange juice. Not
nice.
a bad surprise there,
That's
bro.
nice.
You know, showbiz sometimes treats you all right.
That's nice.
That's Mario's body.
That is the fucking faggiest
It's horrendous.
fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's horrendous.
It looks awesome.
So, gay porn guy fired?
It looks like
Pornhub?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's in the UK. Maybe they handle things differently over there. Maybe they realize that maybe the guy just made a mistake.
He's all worked up. He was all just
lathered up.
I love the point that was made that he was totally caught off guard with that commercial spot because you don't hear a sweeper, you don't hear anything. You just hear one thing down and then one thing potted
there
up.
was supposed to be something there.
Oh, yeah.
Something. The name of the show, something. What station you're listening to.
Not just some
we'll be
guy
back
getting
after
blown.
these messages.
You know, he was coming right at that moment. Ah, shit.
Or maybe he
Fucking forgot to
realized,
put the-
because the commercial fades up, maybe he thought, wait, the internet pod is down. And he went, holy fuck, the internet pod wasn't down the whole time. You know what I mean? He mixed up the two
Right.
It's the same feeling.
faders.
He had the same, when you said he just stared, he had the same feeling in his stomach as like when I used to wait tables and like you realize you forgot to put somebody's order in. And they're like, you know what I mean? Like 10 minutes after they were supposed to have it, they're like, where's that shrimp scampi? You know,
Try to blame the kitchen or something.
We're a little slow tonight.
yeah, you got to yell some stupid number code in the kitchen. Yeah, shrimp scampi, 76, that fucking scampi. Whatever.
What's that mean?
Like move it fast. I don't know. There's some fucking code for it. I
really?
can't remember it. Yeah, there's all these like number codes in a kitchen where you yell. You know, when they go 86 to fucking mozzarella. You know, when they're out of mozzarella.
So
but
the code is help me out here.
there's like a number
Save
code.
my ass?
Yeah, for like I fucked up. Please
Just do
make
this
thing.
immediately?
You know, maybe it's on the fly. I don't fucking know. I
whatever.
got nothing to back up my my claim. I just said it.
Not only was this a highly regrettable incident, but it's also described as an unfortunate airing.
Unfortunate.
It's an unfortunate airing.
Wow, they're being polite.
They're British.
That's some polite shit right there.
It's an unfortunate airing that while you were trying to enjoy jazz, we played two men fucking each other in the ass. Well.
To the beat of the jazz song, by the way.
He was getting a good deep dicking. That was no tentative helmet in the ass. That was a legs back deep dicking. That was a good one.
Guy's all in with his gay porn, I
He
guess,
sure
huh?
is.
He couldn't wait to get his gay porn on.
He doesn't like a lot of chatter.
No,
He doesn't like a lot of story in his
He
porn.
doesn't like the storyline at all. Let's get right to the action. We're gonna do this. Let's do it.
I just can't believe again like that he's doing it on the fucking computer routed into the. It's just like Jesus Christ, you got to be fucking retarded. This is how all these guys. This is.
But it's easy. It's set up nice. We could look. Our computer's right here. Boom.
But it's clearly not. If it went out over the air, that's my point.
He thought it was in queue.
But it's like, why would you?
Here, go hit that. See. All right, maybe I just fucked up. See, I couldn't even figure it out.
These guys, every time something like this happens, it's like these guys are serial killers. Like they want to get caught almost, so they do it in a very dangerous way. Just bring your laptop in and fucking cream the screen.
I wondered if he had family that knows that that's his shift.
There's problems on so many levels with that guy.
Because you can't just say, "Oh, I got fired. They downsized."
Right.
You know?
No, it's going to be on the news at 6 o'clock.
Board hopping for Mike Vitti tonight, the funky sensation.
Were you the one who was playing the men fucking each other while the jazz was... Mom,
No, I bet Mike.
Mom.
Oh, Mom, we all know what was happening.
Mike Vitti doesn't tell his friends that he pre-tapes his bad show because he wants them to think it's live.
So now people
so
think
they
it was
all
Mike
think-
Vitti himself.
They all think Mike Vitti was jerking off to.
No.
This fucking fat guinea.
And people don't understand the radio business in general. So yeah, most people just assume that Mike Vitti
was just
born. So Mike Vitti is pissed off. Gives a new meaning to his show, Funky Sensation, by the way.
Funky
I know.
Sensation.
What an appropriate name.
So Mike Vitti's got to be out of his mind pissed off.
You the one who was...
Make sure you get his apology, because he is going to make sure everyone understands that he had nothing to do with the gay porn.
I just, well, when you first said jazz, I thought it was going to be like that, doom, 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 which was
old school.
Would have been really funny to hear a guy getting fucking ass smashed. Over
Actually,
that.
the ass fuck would be preferable to the jazz, I think.
Yeah.
So do you think that, like, the guys, the Boardop's parents were like, did you hear what happened at your station? A man was playing audio of the men fucking each other in the buttocks. And he had to go, hey, Mom, I heard that. I quit tonight. You were. Why did you quit? I won't work for a station that has that. I won't be a part of it, Mum. I quit suddenly. Who was it that did that? I don't know, Mum. Some new guy that fired him too. But I quit.
Filthy poofters.
Yeah, I don't need to be when poofters are getting played. Well, why would you quit? Oh, I just had to, Mum. Let's not talk about it. Don't tell anyone I quit.
Jesus.
That's funny. Oh, Mike Vitti's going to be explaining everything. When is he back on?
His regular shift is Saturdays, the Funky Sensation.
And this just went down 2 days ago.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for Saturday's explanation.
I can't wait for the
Saturday
next edition of Funky Sensation.
With Mike Vitti.
Can we get a copy of that? It's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
my
you think the
God.
guy went home to his mom and was trying to cover up the whole fucking thing?
Yeah, either that or he had to play it off. She's like, they were playing audio of one man having sex with another one in his bum. I didn't hear that, really. I quit earlier in the night, though, so that probably was gone by the time that one happened. I was out with my girlfriend. I didn't know you had a girlfriend. Yeah, you were dating for a while, Susie May. We went out, me and my girlfriend. I quit. Quit that job. It was disgusting. They were really going fast and hard. Were they really, Mom? I didn't hear that. Oh, well, let's not talk about it. Don't tell Dad.
You got that shit down? That's really good.
Oh, shit. Fucking.
All right. There you go.
Fucking Mao.
There's Black History Month. I guess we could do today's honoree. Joe DeRosa is going to be at the Laugh House in Philly Friday and Saturday. Laughhouse.com. You got to spell laugh weird, though.
Is that a black audience? It's a black room, right?
When I started there, and it was
you did? Okay.
It was a black room. It's become more mixed over the years. It was a great place to start because you got the, just get the, on stage get the shit knocked out of me just for being the white guy.
I headlined there. I mean, I middled there, I think, and Kevin Hart hosted way back. That's I met little Kev, and I forget who closed.
Where is Laugh House?
Around
South Street.
Oh, it is.
Like 2nd and South, yeah.
Will it be black when you do it or mixed?
It'll be mixed. It's getting more and more mixed when I go back there. So, I mean, at least for me, I don't know how it is.
Why don't you do
for everybody
Helium?
It's a black club. Look at
Yeah, every comic.
every
except
comic is
for you
black. You're the only non-black.
Michael Collier, Orlando Jones,
No, it's
Tony
true.
Roberts.
Oh my God, it's not one white guy.
He's supposed to be very funny.
What do you mean it's
He's
mixed?
hilarious.
Don Curry, DC Curry, sure.
There are no other.
Alex Thomas.
It's all black.
There's not a white face.
Orlando Jones. Where?
All that's upsetting me is that my face isn't in these.
Of course not.
They're not even brave enough to put the white comic on their website. That's how black this place is.
even put my
They're
face
trying to
on
slide. They're trying to slide you in between some chocolate.
There's some people that are in there in Ape in May.
Holy fuck, dude! Are you kidding me? This place isn't mixed. What are you
on more
talking
shows.
about?
Click on more shows. Maybe you're under more shows.
You might want to go to a tanning salon before the weekend.
Jesus God.
Oh, yeah.
Talking
there
up a
you go.
little bit.
Wait, he's under the section, plenty of tickets available. I
don't know.
black, not because you're not good.
I don't know
Yeah, I
if
got
he's
you.
a black guy or not, but next weekend is Kareem Green.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Brad Trackman is white. Comedy Showcase with Brad Trackman, Sunday, February 26th.
Oh, there you go.
At 10:30. Only a black club does a Sunday 10:30 show.
There's something on Wednesdays called Hilarium. I can't tell if that's the name of the show or the name of a black comic.
All right, Laugh House.
Or
Joe
just a
DeRosa.
misspelling, you know. Because you know how they spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus
well.
Christ.
So, Joe, you got 4 dates. Okay, you got 4 shows.
4 shows. Please come out, guys.
Ladies' Night Out, hosted by Josie in the morning. Power 99 FM. Anything Power is black. Power is always black.
That's Miss Jones from
Oh, is that her?
97, yeah.
Oh, there you
So
go.
what is she doing down
Jonesy.
there?
Now she's Jonesy on Power 99 FM.
Oh,
Is she not allowed to take her name?
I don't know.
Jonesy?
Maybe she didn't want to be associated with it because that was the Tsunami song.
Oh, really?
So she's still not in New York anymore?
No,
Hell no, man.
She got thrown off a while ago.
Oh, she was the one that got booted for the tsunami?
Well, she didn't get fired for that. She got fired.
She got fired pretty quick
Todd
after.
Lynn did. Todd was on that show.
I remember that.
And now he's dead. Poor Todd.
Yeah, I know.
Another one.
Fucking
Jesus.
sad. God
I keep
damn
having
it.
Patrice dreams. I had one last night. I had one. Well, I was away this weekend, and I dreamt that we were eating, and I had pudding or something like a weird soft food, and I was flicking my spoon at somebody, and he was laughing, and that loud ha, and that loud Patrice laugh, and it just woke me up. And I forget what we were doing last night. I dreamt about him too. I don't remember what we were doing. Walking somewhere. We were walking somewhere, and we sat down and ate. Both times, because we ate a lot, so I think that was why.
I had a dream about him like 2 weeks ago that was, and I can't remember exactly what it was. I think I was at his barbecue for the 4th or something, but we were just sitting across from each other and talking, and it was so fucking vivid and real feeling that when I woke up, I was like literally like shaken up a little bit. I was just like, Jesus, man.
Some people say that you're actually talking to the person in your dreams.
I'd love to know people who say that and then correct them. You're not. You're just remembering it.
Yeah, explain why we then turned into unicorns.
Yeah, exactly.
And flew away to a castle.
I wasn't talking to Patrice in my dream because he was being nice to me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go.
He wasn't insulting me at all.
That would prove that point wrong.
Yeah, but it was one of those dreams. When my uncle died, I had one of those where we were hanging out, and it was so fucking real that like when I literally you're like shaking a little bit when you wake up.
With me, it's with my dad. I've had these conversations in my dream where I go, "Holy fuck, that was him," and it freaks me out. I wake up.
How long's your dad been dead?
7.5 years already. Wow,
that's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all good. It's all good. Joe DeRosa continues with him. We'll do that, and we're going to talk about Whitney Houston. Ooh. Even though you guys didn't watch the funeral, but we'll talk about it a little bit.
What happened with her?
She had a problem. She had a little issue.
Oh.
And her daughter is a mess. And let's talk about Whitney a little bit.
She's doing all right, though, right?
No.
Whitney's not.
Whitney's not doing all right at all. And the daughter is not far behind.
She passed away.
With her issues. And we got Chris Cornell singing "I Will Always Love You," which I thought was fucking solid. But we're
Where do they
after
sing
the
it?
break. Yeah, Chris is doing his thing. He does a lot of covers and decided to do that one night.
On stage.
Yeah, it was a
Fuck
show
yeah.
in San Francisco.
Chris Cornell saying, "I will always
really
love
good.
you." Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
I thought he did a
Won't
great
judge.
job. You know what? I'm going to play it for you after the break, Joe DeRosa. But first, it's Black History Month, so we do this.
For Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show recognizes some of the individuals whose contributions have shaped the African American community and changed all of us for the better. Today, we recognize one of the great black sitcom characters in television history, Styx from Happy Days. Styx appeared on TV during a time when no black people were allowed on Happy Days, and he made quite an impact. Acting as Fonzie's best friend for 2 full episodes, Styx proved to the world that some white people were good-hearted and open-minded enough to have black friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Ralph Mal.
Hey, Patsy Weber here, Sticks. How you doing?
Listen, Sticks, we gotta get together sometime, play some basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah, well, you guys are supposed to be really...
No, man, I don't play basketball. My hands get too slick from eating all that fried chicken.
Hey, how's it going, Sticks?
I just got stood up by a blonde that I didn't even know I had a date with. We've been talking about basketball and fried chicken. Look out for a discussion of the joys of eating watermelon.
Styx went on to star in several porno movies, making it clear that being part of an iconic television show was only the beginning of his show business journey. Stay tuned as we continue to recognize significant African American contributions for Black History Month here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's all good. I'm going to watch my gay porn while the fucking listeners listen to this horrible jazz song. Hey, Joe, I want to talk to you for a second.
What's up, Bo?
It's no secret chicks dig rich guys.
Now, what?
Like yourself.
What are you talking about?
You do well because you're rich, right?
Ope, I hate to say I'm rolling in it, but I'm swimming in it.
You're swimming in it?
You know what I mean?
Let's face it, the best way to get in a girl's pants is if she thinks you have cash.
It's true. I'll often throw a wad of money in a girl's face at the beginning of a date.
And it helps you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You make it rain.
No, it's more like I make the cash hit her in the face.
You make it drizzle a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure, you could try to BS your way at the bar, but that's going to get you nowhere. That's why you need ESTmen.com. Unlike sugar daddy sites, which are filled with rich old farts, EST Men is filled with regular guys who know how to play the game. At EST Men, are we talking to guys or girls here? I don't even know.
Everyone.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone.
Who are we talking to? The women that listen to us?
I think it's for the guys, right?
Or is it for, or
I think it's for the guys.
It's for the guys. You're saying you got to play the game. It's
so what? The guys go to the website and make believe they're rich, or are girls out there going to go to the website to find rich guys?
Exactly.
I need to know who I'm talking to for the live read, Sam.
You just read the paper.
All right. Fine. Where was I? Do you remember?
Start from the beginning.
Hell fucking no.
Something about money getting into
Old
a girl.
farts. EST Men is filled with regular guys who know how to play the game. At EST Men, we're going to learn if I'm talking to guys or girls here in a minute. At EST Men, you don't need to be famous or have a six-figure salary as long as you have the confidence of someone who does. You don't need to be living in a penthouse. You just need enough cash to show the women a hot night out. Sound too good to be true? It's not. With 3 girls for every guy, the problem is there's not enough rich guys out there. So if you can play the part, there's no better place than ESTmen.com. What do you have to lose? Sign up for your free trial now. I have no idea what I just sold. I have no idea what I just sold.
I know what you sold.
What did I sell there?
It's a website for guys that can't afford to be playboys or sugar daddies, so they go to that website and kind of pretend that they are, and the website somehow lets you orchestrate a sham, I think, that you have money when you don't have it. You just need to put it on for a night.
And the girls just are stupid and don't understand this?
The girls don't know what's going on unless, of course, they've heard this live read.
Oh, I see. Wow. This is a weird one. All right, so you go to ESTmen.com, and you make believe you're rich, and then the girls bang you?
I think so. I don't understand.
This is... What?
No, but I don't understand how it works, because they're going to know the website they're going to. They're going to be like, this is the website where the guys pretend like they're rich. But
no, but there has to be a way. Go to EST.com. There's got to be a way around it.
It's ESTmen.com, Sam. Instead of
Establishment.com.
playing footsies with Roland, will you help me out here?
What do you need? Just you
don't know. We want to go to the website because we don't understand what we're selling.
You don't have to.
All right, so you're a guy that's not rich, but you go here and then make believe you're rich.
Right.
But then when the girl, goes, hey, I want to go out on a date, and you show up and you're obviously not rich, then what?
I think I know how this works.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a stab at this. I bet you that it's like when you get a quote for like a truck rental.
Okay, sir.
You go to one website and it farms you out to a bunch of sites. I bet this farms you out to other sites.
There you go. Look, these guys look like they could be rich. That's the point.
You're an EST.
Oh, no.
Man, if you're established, successful, or talented. So now what happens?
So now you're on the dating website, but you have enough money that in one picture you could look like you might be rich. And then you take the girl out on a nice date, but you don't take her back to your shitty apartment, so she thinks you might be rich.
Then you don't get to have sex with her.
Yeah.
You have sex with her in the car or in her place or something.
Because that's what rich guys do.
What kind of millionaire fucks in the back of a Buick?
I know, exactly.
Rent a nice car.
Listen, I'm one of those eccentric billionaires. I can only come in an alley.
As soon as I realized I could get a nice apartment together, I wasn't finding fucking parking lots to park in there, Sam. I don't get this.
It's for a wild fling.
What? So now there's cheaters?
By the way, if you don't have money to be a regular rich guy, you don't have money for a wild fucking fling either.
You gotta save up enough money to be a rich guy for one night.
I don't understand. I want to understand our clients. What did I just sell? Did I do a good job for these people?
No, because
I'm guessing no.
broken the product.
I don't want to feel like these guys got ripped off by this company or myself.
They did, because you decided to question everything, and now you've deconstructed
Well, just explain what the fucking thing is.
I can't do that.
Maybe they should rewrite the copy. I don't know what I wrote. I don't know what I just read.
They didn't
It is
ask me.
confusing. It's not your fault. I don't think it's your fault. I'm on your side.
So maybe I ruined one live read, but we gain a client for life here. Maybe they get back together and they work this shit out.
There you go. Look on the bright
So
side.
you're supposed to be a slob that goes to the site and you look rich all of a sudden?
I don't even know anymore.
I'm being honest. Tell me what this is about.
Well, I'm not on the website.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be what it is.
All right, go to estmen.com and I guess figure it out. Jesus. That's a good tagline.
No, it's
That's
not.
a great tagline.
Figure it out.
Go there and figure it out yourself, because obviously we can't tell the people.
Go to estmen.com. Beats me.
Right.
Go to the website because you might get banged.
Is that
So
what's
you might be
happening
able
here?
to
Can I
fuck
see
a
the?
chick.
Can I see the copy?
Yeah. See, now
I
Jimmy's
will
involved.
figure this out. I'll figure it out for you.
All right.
You just gotta look like you might have some cash.
It says basically, it's no secret. Excuse me, chicks dig rich guys. Okay, we get that. Let's face it, the best way to get in a girl's pants is she thinks you have some cash. That's true and honest. It really is the best way to get in a girl's pants if she thinks you've got money and you've got something going on. Sure, you can try to BS your way at the bar, but that's going to get you nowhere. True, because she'll see your lousy clothes, she'll see the cheap drinks you're doing, and she'll smell your Drakkar Noir cologne. So far I'm with this. That's why you need estmen.com. Unlike sugar daddy sites, which I have been on, Jim Norton is saying that, I have been on them, and they don't work. It's all spam. It's all spam on the sugar daddy site that I was on. It stunk. Okay. And it was not one that we promoted on the show. Unlike sugar daddy sites, which are filled with rich old farts, EST Men is filled with regular guys who know how to play the game. At EST Men, you don't need to be famous or have a six-figure salary as long as you have the confidence of someone who does. You don't need to be living in a penthouse. You just need enough cash to show the woman a hot night out. It's very self-explanatory. Sound too good to be true? It's not. With 3 girls for every guy, the problem is there's not enough rich guys out there. So if you can play the part, there's no better place than estmen.com. What do you have to lose? Sign up for your free trial. What that's saying is,
But the women are going to know you're not rich.
No, but they're not saying...
you're the same guy in the bar that was trying to get something
I think
done.
this is basically for guys who have something decent going on, but don't live a rich lifestyle. Because it's not saying that you should lie about being rich. It's saying you don't have to be rich or have a six-figure, as long as you have the confidence of someone who does. So if you're a confident guy and you have something going on, you can succeed on this site. It's because it's not saying totally pretend you're someone else, because then logic says when you get home...
What if you're a rich guy with low self-esteem? Where does he go?
Can't be on the site.
Sugar Daddy's site's probably rich guy, low self-esteem, because he lets the money do the talking for him.
So basically, this site is for guys that know they don't have a lot of money, but they have confidence.
Yeah, and they can show you a good night out, and they have a decent amount of money. Maybe a guy that makes 40, 50 grand who can't afford to take a woman out.
But are the women assuming that these guys really are rich, and then they're going to be pissed off?
No, I don't think so. I think they'll go, and this is a guy who has a decent income, who has the confidence of a rich guy.
He's got his shit together.
Fuck, Jimmy just saved the client.
But I think that's what it was. We
just saved one, Sam.
Because they're saying that if you go on a Sugar Daddy site, you're only going to be... There's a bunch of rich guys over there. You can't compete with that. Here, it's just other guys kind of probably in your decent financial range, but you're not competing with a guy who makes $6 million a year.
Gotcha.
Because, anyone who's going to fuck a guy for $6 million a year doesn't care how much you have going on. They're going to fuck the guy for $6 million a year.
That's why I asked, Sam. Now we know the answer, and everyone is happy now.
Thank God.
See?
I'm happier.
estmen.com.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
Fuck you! I just heard you gave a big fuck you to Starbucks for firing me for keeping the safe open for 20 minutes, but you motherfuckers will keep people like Stalker Patty. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Hi, this happy, heartfelt fuck you goes out to Mumbles Menino and Barfiston. Ha ha, you lot. I can't stand you, Mumbles. Oh, I hope you lose your mayoral race, too. Ha ha, fuck you. Fuck you! Yeah, I got a pretty big F you for these guys I see out running and jogging in the middle of winter here in North Dakota. Get a life, you fucking idiot. For crying out loud, you're running around like chickens with your head cut off in your little stupid spandex shorts. You look like fools. Stop it. Fuck you! This fuck you goes out to Jim Norton. Another one of your goddamn catchphrases is stuck in my head. All day long I walk around and say, Gookie God, or Gookie God, or fuck you! Fuck you! Hey, the ambulance just cut me off. I got my horn going, but fuck you, buddy! Fuck you! Fuck you! Yeah, this fuck you goes out to Captain Morgan himself for making me fucking black out the night I lose my goddamn virginity. I wait 20 years with one too many shots. Have a good night, though. Fuck you! This fuck you goes out to Whitney Houston. Why the hell couldn't you take Britney Spears with you? Fuck you! Yeah, this F you goes out to my almost ex-fucking wife. 16 years we've been married. All of a sudden you try to become friends with your ex-boyfriend, and the next thing you know, I'm living in my parents' house, and you ruined everything. Thanks a lot, you cunt. Fuck you! Hey, this FU goes out to the fucking 6'2" Amazon big-haired bitch standing in front of me at the fucking Tool concert in Atlanta. I couldn't see fucking Maynard block it out. Fuck you.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU, line 1. That's 866-FU, line 1.
If you feel like getting up, then go ahead. If you don't, what do you want from me? It's Grim in the Morning with Greg and Jim.
Hanging with Joe DeRosa, Jim Norton, and that's about it, I guess. I was explaining Linsanity to Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, I'm not I don't know sports.
But this is how big this story is, that someone like you that doesn't know sports, you know a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? It's on everyone's radar.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to explain the turnover thing to Joe DeRosa, and my opinion, a lot of people looking at the turnovers that Jeremy Lin has so far, but the way he plays, he's going to turn over the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 9, 10 a game is bad, obviously. But you're going to accept the fact that he's going to turn over the ball a bunch of times because he is aggressive and always trying to, push the action and drive toward the hoop and stuff.
But given that technique or whatever you call it, right?
Yeah.
That style of game, what would a fair number of turnovers be considered per game? Because I know his average is still high.
I think you would accept 4 a game.
4, and he's at about 6 a game,
yeah,
right?
Well, he had that one game where he had, I forget now, 9 or 10.
9?
Was it 9?
Yeah.
That's a lot, no matter how you play, obviously. But he's aggressive. He's going to turn over the ball a few times a game. But I think you accept that.
All right.
My opinion, which means nothing because we're not a sports talk station. So
Yeah.
no one's going to pick up my quote and go with it. Nothing.
But
it means nothing.
It's all right, though. You're allowed to have an opinion.
It's my dumb opinion.
It's not dumb.
All right.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
Whitney Houston is buried, and Joe had a problem with the helicopter showing the hearse driving around.
Yeah, look, I know that when somebody like this dies, the funeral itself is made a production out of by the people that are orchestrating the funeral. But when you see a helicopter covering the hearse on the freeway in L.A. or wherever it was, like it was OJ's fucking white Bronco, you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, is there any
why do they have
consideration for the dead person's privacy, the privacy of the family, anything? It's just kind of gross.
Why do they have to have the camera there?
What camera there? At the funeral?
It was televised. It was a 4-hour show on CNN.
That's what I'm saying. Then, you know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm speaking to. If I'm speaking to the public or whatever, I understand.
I like that shit, by the way. I like that voyeur shit. So when I heard there was going to be a camera, I was like, yeah, I got to watch this.
It's fucking creepy that there's a...
But it's weird that the family would want or need that.
It's one thing to televise the funeral and go, look, she was a worldwide international celebrity, and, her fans want to pay their respects in their own way through their TV set and watch the celebration of her life. I get that.
Right.
When you start following the hearse with a camera, like it's somebody fleeing, like it's cops or something like that, then it's like, okay, so why don't you just bring the camera into the coroner's thing and we'll watch the autopsy? And, it starts to get morbid at that point to me.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you just put a camera on the dead body for the 24 hours that it's sitting on ice or whatever?
We're probably heading that way.
We definitely
We're probably
are
heading that way. Eventually, that's exactly what will go down.
Without question. I don't think.
I just have no interest in it. It's not, and it's not because I think I'm above it. I just don't give a shit. Like, I guess for fans, it's one thing. If you're a hardcore fan, like if Ozzy died, I would want to watch the funeral and the wake and stuff. Excuse me, because to me that would be an event. But Whitney, I don't care about. There is a morbid voyeurism to it, but the way they act like it's this gigantic helicopters following the hearse is just a statement of how desperate we are for news. Like, she's dead. What do you need to see the hearse making a left?
Right.
On it's not Kennedy's limo. I don't understand the attraction to that. That doesn't help the. It's just for a bunch of commentators to say things that we already know to keep you watching her body be moved. It's fucking morbid.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's not a fan. Maybe there's a fan. I don't know. I have no interest. I just don't.
But if it was someone you cared about, you would watch.
I don't even know if I would.
That's an interesting.
I would absolutely.
Interesting reference you're saying with Kennedy, because I think event like the Kennedy assassination, the tape, right? I think events like that are what build up to something like this, because there's this sick fascination where they go, well, we only have that much of the Kennedy tape. We only see this one little clip where he gets shot. We can't get close enough to see what happened. We're not in there or whatever. And then that slowly grew into, we're going to cover every fucking aspect of this in any way that we can, whenever we can. You know?
You don't want to miss the moment. Like, Leary had a joke. Dennis had a joke about when Oswald got shot on live TV. He just never moved from the TV again because, you know.
Right.
And, didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
Right.
There's been that had a couple of the most, that was the most amazing moment ever caught on live TV, I think, is Oswald being executed by Ruby.
Right.
So, I mean, watching that.
Didn't they catch Robert Kennedy, too? Getting assassinated on tape?
Yeah, I think the camera just missed him, though. You're right, though. That's a big one, too.
But Oswald,
but
man, that was on live TV.
I think, you know what
Holy
it was?
shit.
You caught the shot, but I don't know if you actually saw him getting hit, because the first shot I remember is you see Kennedy laid out on the floor, and we're going to go on to California, whatever he said. And then I guess the camera didn't think to follow him walking away. Now you'd have 50 angles on it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, you got to remember, well, most of us weren't alive, but when Oswald got shot on live TV, that was like, holy, we're used to seeing weird shit now as a society because of all the, you know, channels and the internet and what have you. But can you imagine back then you're just watching TV and you watch a guy get killed on live TV?
Yeah, it's insane, dude.
Is to move him to a maximum security cell. Oswald walks his last mile. His assailant moves in from the right.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
Now, from another camera, the motion is slowed. The murderer moves in, and here is the shame of all America as Jack Rubenstein takes the law unto himself. The dying Oswald is rushed to the same hospital where President Kennedy died. Doctors work to save his life. But 48 hours and 7 minutes after the president's death, his accused slayer is dead.
Wow.
Amazing story.
You know, that's the report of what happened, but I mean, I wonder if they've ever shown the actual, you know, live audio, live video. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
I'm babbling over here. That's after the fact.
Right.
They looked at it again.
Yeah.
But it went down live.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, and that's seeing that speaks to where the culture was then mentally and where the culture is now mentally. It's like even after that happened, what year was that? 1969?
63.
So 63, Jesus Christ. All right.
Most people would never ask that question.
Not a history buff.
Yeah, but that's one of like 5, whatever. 5 years you should know.
Come on, please. 63, right? What celebrities died in that time period? I mean, there were musicians that died back then.
Right.
I mean, Martin Luther. Well, no.
Oh, you mean musicians? Like,
but
you're saying the politicians took priority?
Well, what I'm saying is like, you know, Christ, Sam Cooke or whoever died in the 60s, right? Whatever celebrity, musician, actor, whatever died back then. Marilyn Monroe, right? It wasn't like after the Jack Ruby incident, we put a camera on those people for the entire duration of the funeral and go, we need to get every fucking inch of this. Which back then there was still respect. That was what I'm trying to say, and I'm rambling.
I understand your point. Like what started this new trend is basically what you're trying to say.
Video, maybe the ease with moving video cameras. Don't forget they didn't have. It was really a lot harder to film stuff in the '60s. than it is now. The convenience wasn't there
But
either.
I mean, the trend of where it's totally okay to have a camera at Whitney Houston's funeral, what was the one incident that started that recently?
Well, I think Jim's...
I mean, because Michael Jackson, that wake or funeral was live as well.
I think it was...
Was there one before that? Was it Michael Jackson that started this, where now we're going to put the camera right inside the church?
No, it was OJ. It was the OJ.
Trial?
The OJ trial is what started. Dude, do you remember...
That ramped us all up to this point?
It was this is so funny. I know this date. It was June 1995. Do you remember sitting at home and watching them trail his Bronco down the Los Angeles freeway?
Course.
And you were just like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now.
While the Knicks were playing.
Yeah, it was like insane, dude. They never had anything like that. And then they had this morbid, gruesome fucking murder trial.
That was 94, wasn't it?
94.
No,
The
it was
murder was
95.
94.
Was it 90? The trial was 95, though, right?
Well, when was the
Yeah.
Bronco chase?
94.
Man, it
I
had to
can't
be
remember.
94.
20 years ago.
Yeah, well, either way, it was all of a sudden you were let in and you got to see this whole thing, and you're watching people talk about their family members get decapitated or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's what started it. That's when it really. We were building up to it, and then it broke. And I think you have a great point too with the video thing, because video's cheap and it's easy, right?
And light.
Yeah.
When did cable come in? Cable came in the
78, I think.
But when did like all the cable channels, where you had HLN and you had Fox News, when did all of them start competing for viewers? Like when did it become 24 hours of news?
CNN.
Okay,
90s.
CNN. So
CNN
that's what
started
it started.
that.
That's what started it, was this need to fill the time. I think you've said that.
Yeah.
The need to fill the time with stories. Plus, it was a bunch of things coming together. Because the information being passed, videotapes, the need for news.
Well, because when you had a half-hour newscast and that was all you got, you didn't have time for all the nonsense.
Because you had Vietnam, you had
real
JFK,
stories.
You had real stories. The
The
Russians.
news still does real stories, but they have all this other time to fill, so now they're going with this sensationalism.
Who's got that bit?
I probably do.
It was me. It was
Where
a
they
brilliant
say-
bit on my part.
Watch it be a hacky, awful bit.
I know.
No, it's really funny. They go, when I was a kid, the news took a half hour. And that was it. The news came on, it was a half hour. And they go, and that was just about right. Like, it wasn't 24 hours. And they go, even in a half-hour news show, they still had to have a horseshit story at the end about, like, a squirrel doing something funny or whatever.
Water skiing or whatever the fuck it would do.
Who the fuck's bit is that?
Probably Jimmy Tingle, or a comic of that ilk, political guy.
I think Elvis's death was televised, and that's what started, Oscar says.
That was a big death, though, just like Michael Jackson's was.
Someone's saying Princess Diana's funeral was
Yeah, that was a big one, too.
telecasted.
And so was the wedding. The wedding was
But
a
I'm
big
talking
one.
about, I'm talking about, specifically, funerals and wakes.
JFK's funeral.
When we started televising.
JFK's was a massive funeral.
Did we televise the
Oh,
whole
God,
thing?
yeah. When John saluted.
Well, I know that we have that footage. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
But we're also...
Were we inside the church?
I don't know.
Because I'm sure we've done stuff leading up to the church, but I'm talking about going now inside the church.
But this is the thing, too. Princess Diana and Kennedy and whatever, you're talking about crucial, instrumental, socio-political figures in history. You're not talking about Whitney Houston's hearse.
Well,
do you know what I mean? There's a difference there to me, where you go, the president has died, we need to show the nation his funeral, but at the same time, we're not going to videotape or film, right, the fucking hearse turning the corner and going down here.
Hey, man, they showed the crash site of Princess Diane, and there's actually footage of her dying. That no one's really brave enough to push out there.
Dr. Steve
it shows up every once in a while here and there a little bit, but
Dr. Steve said the hostage situation started a lot of this. Nightline, 24-hour news cycles, etc.
Yeah.
Nightline, I forgot about
I'm
Nightline.
talking specifically about going in the church now for funerals and wakes. That's all. I'm starting to think maybe Princess Diane was one of the first ones.
Wait, but was Diana before OJ, though? Did she die? It was like right around the same time.
Diane was
after OJ.
After, yes.
So I say OJ started this.
Plus, as time goes on, it gets easier to get cameras in because they're not as invasive. Or
Yeah,
as
we got a
obvious.
couple things going on. When did all this ramp up, where we're really getting personal? And also the other question is, when did we start broadcasting actual wakes and funerals of famous people inside the church, where you're hearing eulogies and songs and,
Michael Jackson I mean, they obviously did it with Diana too. I don't know. See, here's here's my argument is they definitely did it with Diana. They definitely did it with Kennedy. But to what extent did they do it?
Princess Diana was the whole fucking thing.
But did they?
If you remember, it was the whole fucking thing.
But was it like the Whitney Houston funeral?
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember. Okay.
But before that, I don't have one that comes before Princess Diana.
What year was Diana?
We're inside the church. All I'm asking is, when did we start going inside the church?
Well, they did it for presidents, didn't they? Every time a president died or a world leader, they had it in that national church down in D.C.
Maybe.
But did they go in the church, the John salute that Jim's talking
That's
about?
on the street.
Yeah, that was like...
I'm talking inside the church. You didn't we weren't inside the church for JFK's funeral.
I don't know.
I'm almost positive.
Oh, you might be right. I just don't...
I don't think they were.
Now, all I'm saying is, now when these celebrities die, it's going to be, normal to just throw it on TV now.
Well,
we had Michael Jackson, we had Whitney Houston. We're going to start seeing this more and more now.
Well, we're seeing everything, so we're more comfortable seeing everything. It's like, and I guess we just expect now to see everything.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier. Is like, it speaks to the mentality of the culture. It's like for lack of a better term, this Twitter generation. It's like there's no privacy. There's no wall between anybody and anybody else anymore. No matter how famous you are, no matter how exclusive you are, no matter how rich or whatever, everything needs to be televised, and it gets to a point where it's just kind of gross. It's like,
I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I love the voyeurism of it. Yeah, I have no problem with it.
But don't you feel like it's almost like seeing porn 24 hours a day? It takes away. There's no mystery anymore. It takes away everything.
I don't need to wonder what a funeral looks like.
But people's lack of ability to reveal themselves is what makes me hate this. I don't hate
people's what?
Lack of willingness to reveal themselves. Like, I don't mind Whitney Houston's wake being televised, but I just wish that when it happens, in the same breath, the same people that are watching that don't cry like fucking babies when your privacy is violated. That's what, like, people cry like, what about privacy in the airports?
Right.
Don't cry about it when you're all sitting in front of the television watching this fucking hearse go down the street.
Right.
You don't respect privacy, so don't expect it.
Okay.
That's like a Jim Spration. If you don't respect privacy, you cannot expect
I like it. They're saying Pope funerals, too. We've been televising for a long time.
Pope funerals are big. Well, remember when Reagan died and there was like, they televised the tour of his coffin?
Yeah, that was recent, though. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out when it really started.
I think
televising the funerals and the wakes.
I think you did with Diana. I really think that's
either
the
Princess
first.
Diana, popes before that, I'm sure. But the popes were always on a different level, I think.
When Diana died.
Like, you think when a pope dies, you understand he's the head of the Catholic Church. It's a world event.
Right.
And they've always been televised, a lot of people are saying, for as long as most people can remember.
Yeah, and the difference between that and the Diana thing to me is, obviously she's a major world leader, right, or was, right? But, like, the point is that they didn't follow the Pope's car down the street, to the hospital as he was being rushed in to fucking be put on the table to pass away or whatever. It's like, but they had the footage of Diana's car racing down the freeway because the paparazzi was trailing her. They had the crash. They had the body being pulled out. All that shit.
I also think it's when the Pope, or when it's a president's funeral, there's a quiet respect, and there's nothing to be learned. It feels like when it's a celebrity like Whitney or somebody, they're looking for more to sensationalize. Like, they're looking for, and Bobby Brown is coming. Oh, will there be trouble? Were the drugs the factor? For some reason, when it's a president or a pope, the facts are out there, and there's a certain dignity they handle with.
Yep.
Like, here's the car approaching the church. It's not a sensationalized feeling, and it's not a free-for-all.
It's just a moment in history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to disagree, guys.
All right. Well, what do you think of Bobby Brown leaving Whitney's? Now we're discussing it. He shows up with 9 people. They're like, "Look, man, it's you plus 2. What are you doing?"
And
then he got mad and left.
Who?
He brought a whole entourage to his ex-wife's fucking funeral. Making it about himself, and then he leaves. He leaves.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
No, I guess they finally gave him like a plus, him and 1 or 2 people. But then he decided to come with 9, and when all 9 couldn't get in to a church that supposedly held 350, I think, and they had like 1,200 people in there, he said, "Fuck this," and he left. made
Well,
about himself.
his statement was, I was there with my 2 children. We were asked to move our seats 3 times. He goes, I felt disrespected, so I gave my respects to my wife, and I left. Ex-wife, and I left. But I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about, too. It's like the fact that was a fucking, literally a headline the next day. It's just gross. When it's a president or whatever, like you said, it's like, you know, the hearse is approaching the church, a very sad day in American history. There's a reverence there. With this, it's
get what you can info-wise. Grab the info before the next people do. It just
people
feels
are
like
bringing
a
up John.
competition.
People are bringing up John Lennon. We weren't inside the church for his wake or funeral. There was always like where we went right up to the doors of the church, and now we're inside. That's all I'm asking today. When did that start? So
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bunch of stuff, dude. I don't know if it's one event or if it's just the merging of the technology is coming, the news channels, the obsession with celebrity, the information. It's like 10 different things coming to a head. So you could look at OJ, but then you go, but you know what? Diana's, but there's a million of them you can look at.
And someone is saying one of the Kennedy funerals was televised, so that would have been Robert.
Maybe, yeah. I just don't know. Top 10. Oh, let's see. That's a good one, Sam.
What is this?
No, Whitney.
Oh.
Top 10 what?
Oh, I thought it was
top 10 touching moments from nationally televised funeral for Whitney Houston. Let me read some of these top 10 moments.
Dionne Warwick reads a poem from Whitney Houston.
From her?
Yep.
Okay.
Kevin Costner recalls The Bodyguard.
What year was that?
Bodyguard, probably 91.
That's good. It's relevant.
That's the last time he had contact with her.
That's good. Did he talk about fucking No Way Out? Too?
Yeah. I love how they have to go way back in time to go, look, see, we were really close and we had a special relationship.
He quickly tried to kill somebody that produced Waterworld.
Right. What else?
Clive Davis pays tribute to his loyal friend. I Will Always Love You, as pallbearers carried Whitney Houston's body down the aisle and out of the church.
As much as I'm a fucking prick, that was pretty...
Who sang it, her?
Yeah, because Aretha Franklin was supposed to, but she was either sick or I don't know what the fuck happened to her. So when they were, taking the coffin out of the church, they played Whitney singing I Will Always Love You. It was a fucking moment, to be honest with you.
All right, yeah. I mean,
I don't like showing my
emotional.
sensitive side, but I was like, holy fuck, that's a fucking moment. They're lifting up the coffin and carrying it out of the church as she's belting out I Will Always Love You.
Tyler Perry recalls
It was a moment.
Whitney's grace.
Now, did Tyler do it as himself or as Medea?
Medea.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened with the Tyler Perry. Everyone's like, holy fuck, this guy could preach. He is pretty impressive. I'm getting real again here, but the guy, you think he'd just be a dummy up there, and he preached better than most, the pastor himself, I think.
Now, are they friends?
Yeah, but he's like, no one really knew that we were friends for the last 4 years because we kept it kind of, low key. But
think he was fucking her?
I don't know.
Or just friends?
It's a little weird. Why wouldn't you want the world to know you're friends?
Did Ray J talk?
No.
So Ray J didn't talk. The boyfriend, the ex-husband didn't talk. The kids talk.
No.
Ray
Kevin
J
Costner
was fucking Whitney Houston?
Yeah. Apparently.
Dating her. Rock?
I know. I just found that after she fucking died.
Oh, okay.
I never knew what was going on with them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they love pulling at the heartstrings. Like a few people said, had a conversation with Whitney, and she was ready to go back into rehab, but she just needed to get past the Grammys, and she was going to go. She was so close to going back into rehab. And I'm like,
get the fuck out of here.
Fuck up.
If she wasn't.
Yeah, but the people that have to go with that, it's like, shut up. That's just another excuse why you're not going into rehab immediately. God, these stupid reporters. The sad part of the story is she was ready to go back. She was going to go back right after the Grammys. But what? She was going to have one last fucking drunken fling at the Beverly Hills Hotel?
I'll tell you what, I just learned that BB Winans is a man.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard of
that
BB.
was a girl, BB and Cece. I thought it was two sisters. I didn't know it was
the
one
BBs and the
guy.
CCs.
Yeah, and the AAs.
Delivers an emotional
NNs.
eulogy.
I guess.
Alicia Keys breaks down.
Yeah, I guess.
Was she singing or talking?
Yeah, she sang something.
What'd she sing?
Some song.
No One is a good song.
Huh?
And no one. Oh,
yeah.
She's good, man. I got her on my iPod. That bitch can sing.
Going to the church was one of the top moments of the Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
A preacher from New Hope Baptist Church opened the funeral by stating, "We welcome you to our home, and we're going to have church today. Whitney, you are the only one that could bring us all together. Today is your day. We celebrate you. We come together for this family."
That was emotional?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Can I just say one thing? The most shameful thing to me, tied into this whole funeral extravaganza, fucking whatever, was that, like, literally 2 hours after she died, not 2 hours, a few hours after she died.
Oh, the party?
There was the announcement from the producer of the Grammys that Nicki Minaj and whoever was going to be doing the tribute. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, guys.
Nicki Minaj?
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson. Whatever. One of the blacks. No, but, you know, she was... but I was just like, Jesus Christ, can you just keep that... are you really trying to boost ratings right now? It's just sick, man. It's fucking disgusting.
They're marketing...
Tonight Show had a weird vibe to it because all those guys in Jay's band... They knew her from the beginning. Like I think they were her tour band, like way back. So they were fucking really depressed.
They were bummed, huh?
Yeah, I was one of the guys gave a tribute to her before we went. Like Jay did half a monologue,
right,
and then just let the guy talk about Whitney Houston.
Oh, really?
Depressing, yeah. But they were legitimately.
How do you feel about Clive Owen continuing with his party?
You know, it's a hard thing to just cancel 800 people.
But it turns out her body was still in the room upstairs as they're partying in the ballroom.
But I don't think she was going to Clive Owen's party.
She was.
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
Oh, I said it again?
Yes, you just
I said it
Clive
again?
Owen.
I didn't catch it either.
Clive Owen is a young, good-looking actor.
Been making this mistake for a week.
I don't have any problem with that. It's
Clive
like,
Davis.
Why shouldn't they have a party? She's fucking overdosed.
But they're bumping into detectives as they're trying to go upstairs in the coroner's office, and that's just a weird vibe.
But did everybody know she was dead, or was it like he found out and was like, shit, let me go deal with this?
Everyone knew she was dead. Clive Davis had his party going on, and her body was still upstars in the tub.
I actually...
Or out of the tub by that point.
I was out there when it happened, and I was within a couple miles. Guy marrying himself to the story.
Shit.
And I would have stayed there at that hotel.
Why didn't you?
I've never stayed there before.
But you were thinking about it?
No. But I mean, it could have happened.
But in your head, you're thinking, well, maybe.
If
things were a little different.
If the hotel I was at had burned down, and then someone at that hotel had canceled, they might have said, "You can stay there." I could have been. I could have been right there and talked to her.
You never know.
We all do that.
You never know.
Every single one of us does that.
Had you been a guy that did drugs, you could have intercepted the drugs that she did.
Or had I been a bathtub maker, I could have made her deathbed. We'll marry ourselves to it. She's dead.
What's the last 2 moments? The top 10 moments.
Alicia Keys,
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder reveals his crush on Whitney Houston.
What do you mean he revealed it?
Hoax the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. I've been lying to you, motherfuckers. I just didn't want you white devils to know I could see you. That was a good
What do you
Stevie.
mean revealing a crush?
Quote,
What is he
actually, in
talking
my
about?
little fantasy world, I had a little crush on Whitney, okay?
Oh, gives a shit.
Shut up.
I didn't know what she looked like, but I knew that she was probably high all the time, and I could fuck her and she wouldn't remember it.
What do you think she looks like in his head? Well, she's green.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. Bigger tits.
Exactly.
The number 10 moment is R. Kelly performs I Look to You.
All right.
Okay.
All right. The list.
We're going to go to break.
I have an announcement to make.
Oh, I forgot, Jimmy. That's right. Big announcement for Jimmy.
Well, besides the Thursday through Saturday at Fort Lauderdale this coming weekend, the 1 hour special I talked about is indeed being taped at the Ohio Theater at Playhouse Square in Cleveland. That's what the one I wanted. It's the theater I wanted. 2 shows are going to be on sale. It's going to be Saturday, April 28th. And the 2 shows, I have to confirm the show times, but tickets go on sale this Friday. They're not that expensive. The only reason I'm selling tickets and not just doing it for free is because I'm doing this one with a production company, and there are theater expenses. So I'm going to make very little money from this. This is more going to be to cover. You have expenses to pay when you perform in the theater. It's basically it. There's going to be a very small profit on this. It's not going to be a big profit night. This Friday. Pre-sale is this Thursday. The details will be here soon. 2 shows in the Ohio Theater. It's a beautiful theater in Cleveland.
Nice.
But I don't think enough stuff is done in Cleveland, and I love Cleveland, and I love that market for us. And I really, really... Originally, Boston was my idea, but there was a technical issue, and then I'm like, I haven't been in Cleveland in 2 fucking years. Like, that's where I want to do it.
Nice.
So I'm happy it worked out. I'll give you details as we're coming.
I think we're going to bring the show up there, too.
Yeah, we're going to do something.
Jimmy.
Hopefully Friday afternoon we'll be doing something live.
That'd be cool.
We've never done, except for the Traveling Virus, we've never done a live Cleveland event.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so.
Have we? I don't think so.
No, we did do a lot. We went to the radio station once. That's right.
Oh, yeah, we've done a couple of those. You're right.
The radio station that was in the mall.
Right.
Remember how weird that was?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good time, actually. All right. Hey, going to break, got Chris Cornell doing I Will Always Love You. I thought this was pretty fucking cool. He ended one of his shows recently with this.
Nice.
Guy could sing anything. It's unbelievable. And Joe DeRosa's at the Laugh House in Philly Friday and Saturday. All right? Laugh House is spelled Laff.
I'm at the University of Delaware tonight, too, if anybody's around in Delaware.
What do you mean if anyone's around?
Yeah, if you feel like enrolling in college really quickly.
Right.
That's probably most of the students, right?
I guess so. I hope so.
You don't care if tickets are sold?
I do care.
Well, it didn't sound it with that plug.
Well, I didn't want to sound like a plug hog. You know, you've been...
People expect it.
You've been plugging the laugh.
Just plug.
Okay. University of Delaware in the Scrounge tonight.
In the what?
8:30 in the Scrounge, whatever that is.
I did that years ago, I think.
That's a lounge. It's a good gig. What's the Scrounge? The Scrounge. The Scrounge.
It's part lounge, part something, scrotum. Part scrotum, part lounge.
Scrotum. The Scrotum Lounge. The Scrounge. Here's Chris Cornell. Check this out.
Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show.
We might have lost Joe DeRosa for the rest of the show. I think he's dealing with credit card fraud right now.
I hope not.
He goes, they're saying my balance is at $100. I'm like, what? I thought it was going to be a quick call. He's been on the phone for like 20 minutes. So.
Well, my balance is $100 is bank stuff.
$100 credit maybe then.
Available?
Yeah, $100 available, which means whatever his credit line is, they spent all that. And he's like, I didn't spend that.
Recently I had one with my bank in, I was out in L.A. and I was trying to make a purchase. And they said, well, you don't have enough credit in your account. I'm like, what do you mean? I called them.
Right.
And they said, well, you only have an $8,000 credit line. I'm like, why?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And they jumped it up on the phone. I mean, I was an indignant customer.
Sure.
Like we talked about with Bill Burr that day. I was like, that's unacceptable.
Right.
My payments were always made on time. A customer of my length, if you phrase things smartly. And they gave it to me.
Really?
But yeah, my credit limit was $8,000. What happened? You good?
No, I'm fucked.
How you fucked? What happened? Credit card fraud?
I'm fucked. I don't know what happened. This is what I can tell you what happened. Actually, as I was talking to them, I started to figure it out. Because of always being on the road and whatever, I pay my shit like way ahead of time.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, like when I get money, I just start paying out my shit because I'm like, I have money. I just want to fucking take care of what I got to take care of.
What are you paying?
I pay I pay like the minimums way ahead of time, and I always pay
I got you.
over the minimums because I just want to. If I have cash,
you
want to knock it down, as much as you can.
So I always do that. I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and this month I traveled so much in January. I got off my fucking. I just got off my payment schedule, and I didn't realize I owed something. So a couple of my cards, I went like a week late on, and I was like, oh, fuck. And then I went in and immediately paid them over what I owed. I took care of it immediately. American Express immediately got a call. They don't know that this is what triggered it. I'm theorizing on this is what happened. They immediately got a call from some fucking cocksucking piece of shit credit union, and they were like, yeah, your credit score just fucking doubled. In the bad way, because you're delinquent. And I go, I'm not delinquent. I go, I pay all my shit early all the fucking time. And as I'm talking to them, I go, wait a minute. I was a couple days late on some accounts because I travel, whatever. But that's the first time it's ever happened.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, sorry, we cut your credit line in half. You now have like $100 available credit instead of
because if your credit had been 20, you had spent. 9,900, but now they knocked off 10, so it's only 10,000. So now you have $100 left. Like
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So now my credit's right there.
You can fix that.
I can fix it, but here's what sucks is I'm potentially moving out of my apartment in a month or two, and it's like this is the last fucking thing I need right now is bad credit. Because that's the first thing I'm going to do is check my credit. And it's like, I just can't fucking believe this, man. This is the... I'm going to start catastrophizing now.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of shit where I go, I can't live in this fucking country anymore. One slip up like this, and it's like sets off this chain reaction.
But it's all fixable. I know you're panicking and you're annoyed, but it is. I had one where I was buying an apartment. It was a big mortgage, and it was like a phone bill where I had moved and they never sent the bill. So then all of a sudden you're delinquent on your phone bill, which is a big one for some reason.
Right.
And it hurts your credit. And like, well, we showed you didn't pay a phone bill. But when you're talking to the people giving you the loan or doing the business, they're looking at a credit score, but you're still on the phone with somebody. And if you say, look at my history, and then this is what happened, I was away for a month, and blah, blah, blah happened. If your history is good up until then, it's fixable. It's not as catastrophic as you feel it is right now. Trust me. No, I've had it happen. It's not.
Or it might be.
Yeah, it could be.
Or it might be. Or it might be the first thing.
I'm
when you're losing your mind.
How many credit cards do you own?
Two charge cards to stores, and then I have 3 credit cards.
Can you pay any of them off in full and just dump? Like I pay everything off in full at the end of the month if you can do that, you do it.
I'm literally thinking about going home today and going, fuck savings. These cards are done. Boom, boom, boom.
Because you're paying. What I do with a credit card is like, say you spend $8,000, but it's on your bills and a lot. You pay them $8,000. They've loaned you money for nothing. You know how they hate that. But when you're giving them 30% interest, you're paying minimum payments. You're just giving them interest.
Right.
It's like you're just paying interest on shit that you don't. If you take your savings, pay off your credit cards, maybe that's a terrible idea. But why would you keep giving them extra money? It's a vig.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go home and just pay off at least 3 of them. You know, like one of my charge cards is 0 balance. One of them's got a very low amount. So I feel like if I just threw some money at this problem right now and then just kept one card open or something, it would be like, okay, you're good.
Or keep them open. Do you use any of the credit card for miles for an airline?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Fuck the store cards.
That's the one that I have the problem with. So
Jesus.
So it sucks.
It sucks they don't give you one. One fuck up and they fuck you.
I'm so fucking pissed. Then I call the cocksucking credit agency or whatever it is, and they're like, do you have your reference number? And I'm hitting 0 because I don't have it. And the automated system goes, this system will not allow you to speak with a representative until you type in the reference number. So you either request your credit report or hang up. So then I call back American Express. I'm like, what the fuck? I need this number because I can't. Well, we don't have it. I go, well, you guys took this report from them. You listened to them. You took their advice. You fucked me without calling me and asking me what was going on. And you can't even give me the right reference number to figure out what's going on. So now she's like, well, you can request it. They'll mail it to you. It's like, oh, so in 6 to 8 weeks or whatever it is?
It's usually a week. It's always mail. When there's a PIN code, it's always through the mail. It's annoying. It's antiquated. But they're so paranoid about getting ripped off. But once you can call them back. You can usually get what you want from them if you're reasonable. Just don't yell. But Burr was on one time. We talked about this. Don't yell. You're the righteous, indignant customer. You've been wronged. You're a good customer. And if you don't yell and you don't curse, they can't hang up on you.
They don't seem to care when I have a problem. I'll even go look at that screen right now and see how much money I have with you guys. I'm taking it all out. They're like, I'm sorry, sir, but there's nothing we can do.
I've done that.
Blah, blah.
I pulled money out of Bank of America and they don't. And I put it into another bank.
Right.
You know who cares if you go down to the bank manager will help you. But they have to deal with these. I had my last mortgage payment when I wrapped up my mortgage. They fucked up. And they didn't apply my final payment because I was paying interest and principal. I was just paying principal. Take it, get rid of it.
Right.
My final payment, they put in escrow by mistake instead of paying. So then it showed that I still owed money, and I'm like, no, I don't. And the automated system was shit. So I went down to Bank of America. I talked to the guy, and he got on the phone with me, and we were on hold on the audit. And he goes, yeah, I'm a bank manager, blah, blah, blah. He has to deal with that automated system, too. So, but with him being there.
It helped.
It helped. But thank God it helped because the guy who had done my payment in person was there, and he was able to talk to the automated people, too. But it's very difficult to deal with. I know I'm contradicting myself, but it's possible.
It's just disheartening. Because now I'm in my head. This is when I came in today. Opie was like, "What's wrong? You look down or something."
Well, I care.
And I was, thank you.
You looked very
Downs.
You looked very sad.
But
and you got heavy eyelids. Did you sleep last night?
No, I didn't sleep at all.
The upper lids are heavy.
Yeah,
Are you
heavy.
a cheapskate though? I forget you are. You are, right?
I'm not a cheapskate. If I have money, I'll be generous with it. But I'm very conservative and responsible with my money.
So I mistake. Yeah, all right.
So I don't fuck around. I really pride myself on paying my shit on time and not getting up to my neck in debt. Because when I started doing comedy, in Philly, when I started out, and I said I'm going to move to New York and try to be a pro, I stopped paying. I had all this credit card debt, and I just stopped paying it. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So, and then I got to the point where I was like 4 years into the career, and I started getting letters like, we're going to take you to court, and I had to like pay all the debt off and figure it out. And then after I did that,
so that fucked up your credit.
That fucked me up bad for a while, and then I bounced back, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to be really responsible.
But is that in your history?
Oh, I'm sure it's got
well, then they probably aren't going to take a chance. That's why they react so harshly, because you have a history.
Yeah, they're not going to put up with your shit anymore,
Yeah,
Joe.
you've been proven to be a guy who gives malarkey and excuses.
Shit, yeah.
And so they're like, well, if you threaten him with court.
Yeah, now it all makes sense. I thought it was one lousy thing and they got you.
Yeah.
They're looking at your past
You're
behavior.
a good customer since Tuesday.
Yeah, right. You got to be a good customer for the last 5 years.
Yeah, right now I'm like the guy that got out of prison going, I'm the cook in heat. Going, just give me a chance.
It's fixable. You'll be all right. We're running out of show, and for some reason these guys want me to open this up on the air. Why?
It's got anthrax in it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's from a fan?
Yeah. Yeah, a fan sent in a picture.
So why can't we just do this off air? This happens from time to time.
Because it's strange. He sent other stuff.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of stuff in here. There's checks.
Exactly.
Are they real checks?
Yeah,
they
read
are.
the letter.
Oh, Christ. Opie, Anthony, and... Oh, it's for all of us.
That's right.
Oh, you made it sound like it was for me, which made it even creepier.
Maybe the sex bagel did. I didn't.
Oh, okay. It reads, Opie, Anthony, and Jimmy. Hi, I'm a big fan of the show. I can't thank you enough for the countless hours of laughter and enjoyment you've given us.
It's beautiful.
I can't read his writing. The attacks... Does it say attached?
Attached.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. The attached on the Newfie. No, the attacks on the Newfie, I guess.
Oh.
Okay. The attacks on the Newfie and Mimi were absolutely hilarious. Who's Mimi?
Don't know.
Oh, Beardsley.
Oh, Mimi
Beardsley.
Mimi Beardsley.
It's not spelled like that, though.
Who's Mimi?
All right, I got this figured out. The attacks on the Newfie and Mimi Beardsley were absolutely hilarious. I look forward to many years of the show. May you please sign the enclosed photo to me, Bobby. I included some checks so you know I was this for my... What? The writing is horrendous. I included some checks so you know I
think he's saying...
Oh, I want this for my collection and not to put on eBay.
Oh, he included checks that prove that that's his name?
No,
we get checks.
He's paying you to sign his photo.
So that way they know that
he's not going to resell it on eBay.
How much is he paying?
And how much
how much per autograph? I want to know.
And how much...
Hey,
how much can an Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton picture go for on eBay?
Well, if you play
$5?
this right, you could do this again in the future.
Oh, really?
Oh, jeez.
All right, what's he say? How much?
So here's a picture of me, Jimmy, and Aunt walking on the walkover. So this is about, what, 4 years ago at least. God damn, I was good looking.
I'll say.
You still are.
Hell yeah, me and Sam talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
You see that motherfucker today? Hells yeah.
Why do you think we always pee at the urinal next to you?
Fuck yeah. I'm installing a mirror system on the ceiling.
What the fuck happened to us?
Wash his piss. I love to wash his piss.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So how much are the checks?
Well,
yeah, enough about the
there's
picture.
one for me, you, and Aunt.
Oh.
And I'm cashing mine. I don't give a
They're
fuck.
individual. They're not just all three names on the
Here,
check.
why don't you pass this on to Jimmy?
Hey, rub my nose in it, you dirty bastard.
I can sign mine over yours if you need money, Joe.
It's
$25 a piece to sign this picture. I am so cashing his check.
You better.
I'm going to send it back to him.
Why?
Why, Jim?
Sign it over to somebody.
Or I should put in a zero, make it $2,500. $2,500. It'd be a joke. I go to jail for bank fraud. I'd be like,
yeah, you could put a 1 in front of the 2, probably. It would be bad if we, like, cashed these.
No, I feel like you should cash it. He believes your autograph is worth 75 big ones.
$25 a piece.
So, cash in that 25.
Huh?
Buy something nice for your son.
Huh?
Christ.
Cash that in.
What would you do, Joe? What's the right thing to do?
Send a picture of it to American Express. Prove to them that I have provable income.
We got no markers in here.
We have no markers.
Good thing this.
We need a gray marker.
Lackluster preparation.
And what? And he's gonna have to wait a week for Anthony's before he could even send it back.
Here's his check.
Uh-oh, what are you doing? Are you just gonna mail the check back? No, you can't void it.
There's a good guy.
Oh, man.
Look what I do, Joe. I turn this shit right over.
Are you going to really deposit that?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, you should. Why not?
Why would you deposit
And
that?
I'm going to autograph his check.
You could just go to check cashing place in case that way he can't see your stuff.
Oh,
just go
yeah.
to check cashing. They'll take out a little bit, but still, it's free money.
Can I have that picture just so I can sign it?
Sure.
Why would you void out the check?
Huh? Because Jimmy's a nice guy.
I don't get that.
It's a nice picture. That looks like a nice day.
It was a beautiful
Sunny
day.
out.
Should void the photo, too.
It's funny. No, I can't fuck with people's, look how the care he took.
Mm-hmm.
And, I
great
was skinnier then.
Yeah,
That's
we
gonna
all
change.
were. That's the point.
That's going to change.
Look at me in the background. Look at the difference.
Yeah,
in the blue
3
shirt.
pounds.
He was fat then, too.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Where's I said no. What's his faggot's name? Can I have a silver Sharpie, please, so I can do this
His
right?
name is Bobby.
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 His name is Bobby.
Can I see what this guy's saying about how he paid twice and something?
What is that?
Well, now we're helping you out.
Well, I just was curious what he had to say.
Which
fully.
one?
I got calls because I paid twice in the same month, but skipped.
It's Blake. You talk to Blake.
Okay, Blake. Hi.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
Why are you
How are
signing
you?
in black there, Jimmy?
So I'm getting a silver. But then, I don't know. I ask for silver and nobody comes, Joe, whose sleeves are too short. Go ahead.
No, they're pushed up.
Oh, okay.
Blake, what happened to you? What happened? I want to know.
Okay, Joe, get this shit, man. I got one of those care credit cards for medical expenses and all that bullshit. Anyway, I had a minimum payment due in December. I paid it on the 18th. I got a check from my insurance company later in the month from a flex spending account, some bullshit we have to work. So I went ahead and I paid $500 towards my balance when no payment was due. So I disregarded the January payment, didn't even think twice about it. These dudes are calling my house fucking 5 times a day, all hours of the day. I finally picked it up. It's some call center in India. I got some fucking Punjab that says his name is Sean telling me, oh, it doesn't matter, sir, if you make $1,000 payment. It doesn't excuse you from your minimum payment. Tick, 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 tick. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? So I end up telling him, hey, whatever, I'm going to get a lawyer. This is bullshit.
Well, yeah, that bugs me because I've always paid like fucking quadruple the fucking minimum payment every month to keep a healthy credit, in a score in check or whatever. I knew if I paid the minimum, that was shit, and I know if I paid it all off, that was bad. But you need to maintain debt to gain credit. So I would do that, and it pisses me the fuck off that every one of these cocksuckers, as soon as I was a few days late on one payment, they're like, no, fucking hang them out to dry.
But that's because of your past history,
Yes,
Joe.
and it's also insurance, too.
Yeah.
You pay your insurance every time on time. The one time you're late, you go to the hospital, they go, fuck you. It's a gamble.
That sucks.
Yeah,
it's
they're all
terrible.
scumbags, dude. These
So-
overseas assholes.
Is it going to help me to go home?
Have the marker?
Oh, sure.
Is it going to help me to go home and throw a lot of money at these cards? Or no?
I don't think it'll hurt to make some payments. I think you should knock down. I think you should. I always pay into principal every time because if you pay the minimum payment, it's just interest.
Right.
They want you to pay the minimum payment
Right.
because all of a sudden you've spent that. I mean, you understand what they're doing. So
Sure.
I try to pay them off completely and in full every month. When you can do that,
Right.
do it. If you have the means to do that, and I'm lucky I'm able to most times. But then once in a while I'll miss one, and they charge. I get hit with a fucking.
I'm going to go
interest.
home. I'm going to pay off I'm going to pay off 2 of these cards, and I'm going to close the cards.
Do you invest any money?
No, I don't have money to invest.
You invest small amounts because at least you're getting something as opposed to zero interest in a checking account.
Oh, the fucking banks don't pay you nothing now.
They're terrible. I called Bank of America and told them you're disgusting. I took $8 million out, and I don't have $8 million or anything close to $1 million, but I took it out. I have $800 in my account, and I said $8 million. I'm bombing.
That's all right. Let the record state, I'm a good guy today. What does that say, Joe? I'm a good guy today.
Says pay to the order of Opie.
You fuck.
You signed
Don't
the
make
back
me
of the,
tweet this shit.
Yeah, void.
You signed the back of the check. That doesn't make you a good guy.
I wrote void like little Jimmy Norton.
And signed it.
And I signed it. I'm a good guy today.
Yeah.
Mark this day.
Yeah.
This is what I want from Bobby, though. He obviously took this picture. This is all I ask from Bobby if he's listening. I want this fucking picture. I like it a lot.
I hope he looks fucking good in that, man.
He looks really
We
good.
all look good.
Nah,
we
but
look
don't be
happy.
shy. You look really good.
We're on top of the radio world here, man. This is before the shit hit the fan.
We were in hell. We were fucking doing that dog shit on K-Rock first. The walkover was like, oh, thank God I'm away from that fucking dump. and God.
I
remember I
miss
said-
the big numbers.
Oh, dude, you know what?
I miss talking to a lot of people.
I don't, because it was such an emasculated, unfun version. I miss it from the old days where radio was fun. I don't miss one thing about K-Rock. I don't miss the more people. I don't miss any of that shit. Fuck them.
Let the record show that E-Rock was fat 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I know, right? He's in the background, and don't let him fool you. He was fat.
And is.
I love how he makes believe he's only been fat for a few
Just the
years.
picture right here.
Yeah, he's the one in the powder blue shirt.
He was fat.
All right, so Bobby,
And is.
Bobby doesn't have to email it to you. You just got it off Google Images.
Huh? Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Well, he got a great copy of. No, this is a really good copy.
Look how big it is.
Huh?
Yeah, so he just took
He
it
just
off.
printed it off Google Images.
He saw the picture that he probably thought you looked hottest in, and he was right. And Kenny with this awful shirt.
Oh,
Have you
Jesus.
noticed
Look at that
Opie's
Sopranos
torso?
outfit
It's fucking
Kenny's
beautiful.
wearing.
It's like, look at that. The chest is muscular, and look at how the hand goes down, and it just kind of hangs by the stomach, drawing your eyes to that delicious V.
These guys,
Yeah.
What's the matter?
They put me in a bad spot.
You
Joe.
got you look
Why?
like you got a nice cock and balls in that picture.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, look
Look
at
at that. You can see the head pointing down.
I know.
These
When I look
guys-
at that picture, I want to put your testicles in my mouth and go.
And even when you're not looking at that picture.
Yeah.
Jimmy loves telling the world that I used to have a V.
He still does.
I don't
Still
have
do.
a V.
You do.
Well, yeah.
You got a half a W, baby.
And then then the listeners meet me and go, "What the
V.
fuck happened to you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I never had it."
Exactly. You got an O now.
Exactly. I never had a V.
What's a V?
You know, where you have the fucking down to the fucking cock.
Yeah.
It's a V that goes right down the clock.
Like the trail.
Can Bobby send me a copy of this? Because I'm too lazy to print it out myself, and I want that picture. I like it.
I'll send you,
You
a
want
copy
Bobby to
right
send you a
now.
copy? Just have
It's
him-
on Google Images.
I want a fucking physical copy. I'm not going to
So
go
download it and print it.
I don't want to. That's the point.
Wait.
Tell Bobby send another
Why
one.
don't you just copy that one?
You should get a digital copy.
I don't. All right, I want that. So
Yeah.
word,
And then just get it printed.
No,
Word.
I want Bobby because I didn't cash
To go to
his check.
his expense.
Yeah, because I didn't cash his check.
You're not a nice guy.
I didn't cash
Why
his
don't you
check.
just send one of
I
your
didn't cash his
minions to
check.
do it?
Yeah.
We have interns.
Yes, if I had interns, I'd make them do shit like that
Because
all
it'll
day.
never happen. Everyone will forget.
No, they won't. Not
Just
if you
send
give
him
out the
right
order.
now.
Not if they
Hey,
see,
E-Rock, the boss has an assignment.
if they
I
see
just
how,
called him fat. E-Rock's not going to help me.
If they see how good you look in that picture,
I don't
you're
look
gonna
exactly.
fucking, they're going to
Yeah.
go print that
Masturbation
shit out.
fodder for all of us.
I hope you don't mind a little cum on that picture.
Exactly. There are
Exactly.
lots.
You got to get that picture's going to be glossy when you get it back.
And we got to get
Hey!
Ant's got to sign it when he comes back.
Yeah,
and,
so-
and dumb Kenny, clubby.
Oh, he wants Clubby too?
No,
Get Kenny.
Kenny
Kenny's not in the
check.
actual picture.
Yeah, but Kenny's not worth it.
The guy photoshopped him. Not photoshopped him. He cropped him out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he doesn't want Kenny. He doesn't want Kenny in his picture. Look,
That's true. Just the celebrities.
the actual picture has Kenny in it, but not Bobby's version. Bobby said, "Fuck Kenny, I'm cropping his shit out."
Yeah, because he knows he can't afford me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you signed it, Bobby, by the way? I was
No,
joking.
I signed it too, Bobby.
I was joking.
Hey, Bobby.
It was for Billy.
Oh, fuck him.
Here, Sam.
Sammykins, catch the paper. Do you like that song? I've been thinking that for years, and I've never had a chance to use it.
It's good.
When's Mike Vitti going to explain to the world how radio works? I can't wait.
Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Mike Vitti.
Well, Saturday night UK time. So
UK time.
And hey, the guy who does the feed is here. Where is he?
With that
online feed.
Stupid Mars. First, I get a thing in my ear saying the guy who does the online feed is here and he'll talk. And then Mars comes in here and says the guy's too scared to talk.
All right, so that's fine, because, what are we going to do? Well, before the plugs, I got something. I get this.
Fine lines, though. It is simply a lovely winter's day tomorrow. Bucket loads of sunshine across central and eastern areas.
Bucket loads of cum?
He did say that. He must have been looking at this picture of Opie.
No, he said bucket loads of cunt.
I thought he said cum.
I thought he said cum.
Maybe I'm looking at that picture of Opie.
Jesus, Sam.
Fine lines, though. It is simply a lovely winter's day tomorrow. Bucket loads of sunshine across.
Yeah, this is.
Why would he say cunt?
Why wouldn't he? I don't know. Why would someone play gay porn over jazz, Mom? I've got no idea. It just happens. That happens by accident.
He literally...
There's a guy with a computer in the next building, Mom. Sometimes he interferes. That wasn't going out live from our board. That was coming in from Wi-Fi. Ever since Wi-Fi, Mum. You're not a puffed, are you? No, Mum. I've got a girlfriend. She's in Manchester.
If you're just tuning in, listen to the replay. Jimmy had a brilliant take on the Mike Vitti situation.
It'll make sense later.
Yeah, it sure will. Joe DeRosa, Laugh Factory?
Laugh House.
Laugh House.
Fuck. University of Delaware tonight at 8:30 in the Scrounge, and Laugh House on South Street in Philadelphia Friday and Saturday, 2 shows each night. Please come out.
Here, put this back. He's going to be happy that I crumpled up his note. So now that's worth something to him, I think.
And I have...
Where are you going to be, Laugh House?
Yes, Joe will be in Philadelphia.
University of Delaware tonight. Friday and Saturday, I will be at the Laugh House in Philadelphia.
All right.
Thursday through Saturday, I will be in the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. That's this Thursday through Saturday. And Saturday, April 28th, I shoot my 1-hour special at the Ohio Theater in Cleveland, Playhouse Square. 2 shows, I believe 7:30 and 10. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Pre-sale is Thursday. It's being presented by the station out there that Rover's on. I don't know I forget the call letters, but they're a big station. Both shows obviously will sell out because this is the same size as the House of Blues, which I always sell out. And that's with, camera kills, as we call it, because all the tickets can't be sold. And the only reason I'm selling tickets and not doing it for free is because this is not being done by HBO. This is being done for Epix and Comedy Central, 2 different networks, but I'm going to own it, so I'm producing it. And I have expenses to pay. So the money you're paying for tickets, which I think is like $25, it's not an expensive ticket, goes for that.
All right, very good. And we're all going to go broadcast live from Cleveland.
On that Friday afternoon, I was just talking to Gary about that. He said they're already making arrangements for it. So we will be doing it. It's just about time we did something else in Cleveland.
Yes.
Home of the fat pussy.
They got fat ones up there.
Oh, everyone's got a fat pussy. Every girl. It's like you have to. They ask you when you're on the fucking Pennsylvania border to show your twat. If it's fat, you get let in. It's fat pussy heaven.
Whoa, take me home tonight.
Yeah.
Whoa. Come on.
What? I don't know this song.
Fat Bottom Girls by Queen. I was going to somehow change it into Fat Pussy.
I didn't know the song. I'm shy.
We don't feel like improving now, Joe. We want to go home.
Yeah.
I wanted to do
improving or improving. We don't feel like doing either.
I guess that's it for today, huh? Thanks you, Joe.
Thanks for having me, guys. I had a nice time with you, as always.
I hope you're not sad for too much longer.
Good luck with your financial
disaster.
Woes.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, guys.
It'll all work out.
One of these days, it'll turn around.
Water under the bridge.
And your disability.
Yeah, by the time I'm 40, I'll hopefully have health insurance and be living like a fucking grown-up. But until then...
You don't have insurance?
Nope.
Get it.
I can't.
You got it, dude.
What's the secret, Jimmy? What do I got to do in this crisis?
You have to pay for it. Pay for it. Because 1 week in the hospital will wipe you out completely. You have to have it, dude. Even if it's expensive.
You don't have a choice.
Do 1 gig you don't want to do a month or whatever or do 1 gig that is specifically for insurance because you'll probably never need it. But the one time you do, it's like you got to fucking have it.
It's like $600 a month.
That's nothing. That's 6 G's a year. What do you think a week in a hospital costs you? Or say you break your leg or something. You got to have it, man. $600 a month is nothing. You're a single guy. There's no dependents. It's just you.
Yeah.
You're pretty healthy. You don't smoke.
Yeah, I quit
Drinks
smoking.
a lot, though.
I don't drink that much.
Drinks a ton. That could cause problems. Like a lot.
Yeah.
He's been
definitely a pre-existing
time here. Have you been drinking or not right here?
Today?
Yeah.
I mean, I washed down a 6er before I came in. That's all I could get. I mean, that's not a lot. It's 5:30 in the morning when I woke up.
He drinks a lot. Oh, wow. Talks about it on stage. It has brought some funny material to his act.
Hey.
Not that you weren't funny before you started the drinking stuff.
Yeah,
in your act.
I've
always liked Joe DeRosa on stage, but he drinks a lot.
I'm no good without the sauce, you know?
All right. I guess that's it. We're just babbling. See you tomorrow. Peace. Bye. Yeah.
This is the Opie and Anthony